Thanks for joining us. I'm Vince Vetrano.
And I'm Susan Kim. Police are looking for two people accused of a deadly shooting in Racine. Officers say 27-year-old Jacob Wayne Rogers is a strong suspect. He's the victim's roommate and considered armed and dangerous. 22-year-old Caitlin McGraw is believed to be traveling with him. Rogers' roommate was found dead yesterday in the Allegro apartments. Police have not announced any arrests yet in this case.
The State Assembly is expected to begin debating right-to-work legislation later this week. Union supporters dominated the more than 11 hours of testimony at a marathon public hearing in Madison yesterday. It wrapped up after 10 o'clock last night. Tempers flared as the inevitable outcome is increasingly apparent. 14 Assembly Republicans would have to vote no for the fast-track proposal not to make it to the governor's desk. One state rep says Assembly Democrats are frustrated.
We're supposed to listen to each other, try to persuade each other, and vote accordingly. The way it seems, though, is there's only one side that's listening.
Now, some did testify in favor of the legislation at the hearing. The Senate passed the bill last week, and the Assembly is expected to vote on it Thursday. Governor Scott Walker has said he will sign it into law by the end of the week. Every 11th grader in Wisconsin public schools will be taking the ACT today, beginning this year. The test, traditionally a college entrance exam, is now required as part of Wisconsin's new state assessment programs.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is expected to argue against President Obama's Iran strategy in front of Congress today. Jewish Voice for Peace in Milwaukee will protest Netanyahu's speech. They say the rally represents both their opposition to Netanyahu's policies as well as John Boehner's plan bringing him to Congress. The rally is at the Federal Building in downtown Milwaukee at 4 o'clock this afternoon. Today is the 10th anniversary of IHOP's National Pancake Day fundraiser. It's going on now until 10 o'clock tonight. Customers can get a free short stack of pancakes, and in return, they're asked to donate money to Children's Hospital of Wisconsin.
Snow showers moved in shortly after 4 o'clock in the morning, and it continues to snow across southeastern Wisconsin into the early afternoon hours. Light snow in Port Washington, 24 degrees there. It's windy as well. Southerly winds anywhere from 10 to 25 miles per hour. The heavier snow bands have been to the south. Walworth, Racine, Kenosha counties. You can see downtown Kenosha covered in snow, 26 degrees there with about already 2 to 3 inches of snow. Here are the snow bands. You can see that heavier snow raking right across the state line. Light snow to the north and even a little bit of drying out, if you want to say, from Beaver Dam to West Bend, but everyone will continue with the light snow throughout the morning hours. The heaviest now between Racine and Kenosha and down along the state line, down towards Twin Lakes and Paddock Lake and just south of Wheatland. By 9 a.m., snowfall totals less than an inch from Port Washington northward, about 1 to maybe 2 inches from Waukesha to Milwaukee, and then 2 to 4 inches of snow along those heavier snow bands, Racine, Burlington, Lake Geneva, and Kenosha. Total accumulation of about 2 to 3 in Milwaukee, 4 to maybe some isolated 5-inch amounts down along the state line, lighter amounts to the north now. Flip-flop from what we were expecting yesterday as the heavy snow band has set up just to our south. Everyone under the winter weather advisory until 6 o'clock this evening. Starting off as snow, tapering that off late in the morning hours and becoming sleet, rain, and even a little bit of freezing drizzle later this afternoon as temperatures warm up into the mid-30s. So temperatures are still in the 20s. We're going to pick up about 2 to 3 inches of snow total here in Milwaukee before it's all said and done around the noon hour, and then a light sleet, freezing drizzle, and maybe even light rain mix as temperatures will be in the mid-30s this afternoon. Then just flurries this evening and colder temperatures with that cold front pushing through later this evening into the overnight hours. Once again, the forecast maps showing the snow across the area throughout the morning hours, mixing in with a little bit of sleet and freezing drizzle to the south. That might keep the snow totals just a little bit lower down around Racine and Kenosha. Otherwise, flurries this evening with that northwesterly wind kicking in behind the cold front. Temperatures are in the mid to upper 20s around the area with the gusty winds. Wind chills are in the teens at this hour. It feels like 14 in Milwaukee and 16 in West Bend. The Goddard gauge today will give it a 1. That's not good. It's because of the wind. The temperatures will be mild. That's the only good news. It'll be in the mid-30s, but because of that, we'll see snow and some sleet and some freezing drizzle, and it's going to be windy as well once again. So the 7-day forecast, 35 today. The snow will taper off before noon and become a wintry mix this afternoon. Very light. Flurries this evening, and we'll drop down to 8 degrees tonight with wind chills to 10 below. 16 for Wednesday, 2 below Thursday morning, wind chills to 20 below, a high of 14. It gets cold Friday morning, but look at the rapid warm-up into the mid-30s by Friday, mid to upper 30s, maybe even a 40 by Saturday, Sunday, and into Monday of next week. But once again, the snow this morning tapering off by early afternoon.